The youth movement propels the Chicago Cubs to a victory. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. Appreciate each and every last one of you that have tuned into my episodes, that are enjoying Chicago Cubs Central, whether that be on Spotify, whether that be on Apple, whether that be on YouTube. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you, each and every last one of you. Thank you guys so much for your comments, for your 5-star reviews, for liking and sharing the pod with other people. We are trying to grow this community as much as possible. So thank you all so much for tuning in and for enjoying Chicago Cubs Central. Remember, this is your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. This is also the home of the voice of the official Chicago Cub fan. Appreciate you guys so much. And of course, you already know what we got to do, baby. We might as well go ahead and start it off. The Chicago Cubs pick up win number 68 on the season, tie the series against the Toronto Blue Jays. They got one more against them. It will not be an easy one. It will be against Mad Max Scherzer tomorrow. Wow, man, he's pitching. That game will be at 1:30 tomorrow. Chicago Cubs will also send out Matthew Boyd, our ace, to go up against Mad Max. Mad Max, who is 2-2 with a 4.21 ERA. And of course, Matthew Boyd, who is 11-5 with a 2.45 ERA. That game, once again, will start tomorrow at, I don't know why I said 1:30. At 2:07 is first pitch for that game tomorrow. So 2:07 for that game tomorrow. So you don't want to miss that. But we also do have to talk about today's game. There are some things that happen, some unfortunate things, but also some really great things. Let's start with the unfortunate. Guys, Miguel Amaya left this game. Not only left this game, was unable to leave this game under his own power. He left this game in a cart. Almost carted off the field he was carted off the field like it was a football game. It was crazy. I rarely do you see this in baseball. Rarely do you see this in baseball. But he was carted off the field due to an apparent leg injury, busting his ass down first base, trying to be safe, and he did make it safe. He beat the throw. It looked like he tripped somehow over the first base as he was coming in, trying to hustle his way in. He did not move from the spot that he landed in once he fell to the ground. He didn't move. They literally had to lift him up and carry him over onto the cart. So when you look at that, that's pretty much telling you all that you need to know about the injury to Miguel Amaya. It's probably serious, and it probably means another IL stint, which is so unfortunate. He busted his butt to try to get back to be there for this team. And, you know, I'm very thankful that the Chicago Cubs did not listen to me when I said, hey, at the trade deadline, you can mess around and trade Reese McGuire because you got Miguel Amaya coming back, because literally the Chicago Cubs will have one catcher right now had they done that. So it's a good thing that they did not listen to me and that they did hold on to Reese McGuire, because this might be a long IL stint for Miguel Amaya, because we really don't know what the extent of the injury is. We're going to wait to hear from Craig Counsell. I'm pretty sure they'll have to do x-rays, imaging. I'm sure as soon as news drops tomorrow, I will probably make a post about it, letting you guys know exactly what is going on. I'll post that to the YouTube page. Yeah, man, but it's unfortunate. Like I said, Miguel Amaya literally busting his ass to try to secure more runs, as many runs as possible for the Chicago Cubs, doing all that he can to help a struggling team win this game. And it unfortunately turned out to be to his demise due to the fact that it does look like he is potentially injured again. The upside of this is the Chicago Cubs did go ahead and take care of business, securing win number 68 on the season. Matt Shaw was a huge part of what the Chicago Cubs did in this game. Matt Shaw in this game went 1 for 3, He scored 2 runs. He hit a home run, and he also got an RBI in this game. Nico Horner went 2 for 4 in this game. Michael Busch went 1 for 3, also homered in this game. Seiya Suzuki went 1 for 3. Miguel Amaya went 1 for 3. And yeah, though outside of that, everybody else kind of sucked a little bit when it came to coming to the plate. Pete Armstrong, Ian Happ, and Kyle Tucker, the middle of your order is still struggling even up until this moment right here, which is very unfortunate for the Chicago Cubs. Kyle Tucker's batting average has dropped down to 0.267. Ian Happ is 2.27, and Pete Armstrong is 2.54. I will tell you this: the Chicago Cubs can get it right over the weekend against a struggling Pirates team, and you don't have to see, guess who? Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens got lit up on Monday night by the freaking Brewers, who continuously keep winning. So you don't have to worry about seeing Paul Skeens during that series. He will be out of commission, but the Chicago Cubs still can't take the Pirates lightly, and we still have a very winnable game going up against the Toronto Blue Jays on Thursday. Would love for the Chicago Cubs to get win number 69 on the season up against those Toronto Blue Jays. But yeah, Matt Shaw, the youth movement is the way to go for the Chicago Cubs. And I think it's really showing these guys are really, really playing their hearts out. You got to look at Michael Busch. You got to look at Matt Shaw. You got to look at Miguel Amaya. And you got to look, at these pieces. And also your pick to perform player of the game, tallying up 8 strikeouts and 5 2/3 inning pitched. That's right, Cade Horton. This game was led by none other than Matt Shaw and Cade Horton. They did the heavy lifting in this game for the Chicago Cubs, from great defensive plays to great pitching to also Matt Shaw getting on base and knocking in his 10th homer of the season, his 8th since the All-Star break. That's right. The kid is showing you that you need to believe in him. You need to believe in Matt Shaw. I understand that it gets frustrating. I understand his batting average isn't great. I understand that he has a lot of struggles that he's going through. But the kid is trying to show you that he is somebody that you can depend on too. It's not just about PCA. It's about him as well. And he's trying to show you right now. PCA, this last run might have actually joked PCA out of the MVP conversation, this latest slump that he's been in for the last month and a half. Meanwhile, you have Shohei Ohtani, who's still holding serve. So, like I said, unfortunately for him, I don't think he'll be in the MVP race for much longer. He may get a vote or two, but he won't win. It'll probably be Shohei Ohtani. However, you look at Matt Shaw, you look at Cade Horton, you look at what these guys are doing, and you say to yourself, damn it, the future is bright. Not 2032 bright. I don't know what the hell Carter Hawkins was talking about with that dumb shit, but no, not 2032 bright, but this year, the rest of this season into next year. And I want to see more youth movement. I want to see Owen Casey. I want to see Kevin Alcantara. I want to see, Jackson Wiggins. I want to see what those guys can do on the major league level. Stop showing me what they're doing in AAA and show me if it can translate to the majors. That's the most important thing. Does it translate to the majors? Can you see these guys doing this in the major leagues? And do the Chicago Cubs have the time to wait for them to get ready? I mean, Matt Shaw was thrown into the fire. And basically, it took him half the season to kind of start figuring things out. And now that he's figuring things out, he had his double digits in home runs. And like I said, and there's still, a month and a half of the season left to go. And he's great defensively. And to change your Matt Shaw, he's pulling the ball. He's doing exactly what Isaac Paredes should have done for the Chicago Cubs last year. He's pulling the baseball. He's hitting poolside, and he's jumping it off over there into left field. And he's seeing success. He's seeing a lot of success with that. And Cade Horton has been nothing short of a revelation all season long. I mean, like I said, in this game, Cade Horton drops his ERA to 3.07. He has 7 wins, 3 losses. And again, you look to the youth when the rest of your team is struggling. And it's the young guys that are coming through for you and showing you, like, hey, we can do our part too to pull this team up. And Cade Horton, that's what you did in this game. Matt Shaw, that's what you did in this game. The youth movement is real. As Chicago Cubs fans, you do have something to look forward to. These guys are going to be hopefully Chicago Cubs for a long time to come. But Cade Horton proved to you tonight he is a stud. He's a player, man. And he's somebody that needs to stick around the major leagues. So, yep, man. So the Chicago Cubs do go ahead and take care of that business, do get that win. Let me know you guys' thoughts. What are you guys' thoughts on the youth movement? Do you want to see more youth? Do you want to see Owen Casey come up? Do you want to see Kevin Alcantara get a shot? Do you want to see Jackson Wiggins get a chance? Do you want to see these guys get an opportunity to play in the majors this season? Also, we also have other news that we got. Jameson Taillon will return to the Chicago Cubs pitching front lines as a starter during the Brewers series. It was not specified which game it'll be, but during that Brewers series, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where they will play 5 games in 4 days, tempers are going to flare. Tensions are going to rise. But the Brewers will play the Chicago Cubs 5 times in 4 nights next week. And like I said, that's pretty much going to either keep the Chicago Cubs in the conversation for the division crown or completely take them out of it. We'll just have to see what happens. Outside of that, Jameson Taillon will be returning for that series. But yeah, man, it's just refreshing to see Cade Horton, a young guy, come in and handle business against a really good Toronto Blue Jays hitting order. There aren't no chumps in this order. He had to go see Vladdy twice. He had to see Bo Bichette. He had to go see these guys. And he pitched against them, and he did his thing. So, like I said, kudos to the kid. Kudos to Matt Shaw figuring his way out. Thank you guys for guiding this team to win number 68. And again, we hope to see more of the youth movement leading things because Kyle Tucker and PCA and Suzuki are struggling. So the more help we get from these guys, the better. Simple as that. But that's all my time I have for you guys for today. Remember, embrace the youth movement. Remember, embrace the Chicago Cubs. We go for win number 69 on Wednesday against the, on Wednesday against the, is it Wednesday? No, today's Wednesday. I'm tripping. We go for win number 69 on Thursday against the same Toronto Blue Jays. And then, of course, we see the Pirates starting Friday at home at Wrigley. Appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.